On a quiet April night in California, a father walked out of a diner and vanished. The next morning, his phone was discovered abandoned in Golden Gate Park. At first, it looked like just another missing person case, but investigators soon realized they were stepping into something far darker. Behind Keith Green's disappearance lay secrets, betrayal, and a murder plot straight out of a crime thriller. This is the case of Keith Green. If you're into true crime and want to support, hit subscribe, it really helps. Keith Green was a loving father of two young daughters. To his friends, he was warm, loyal, and always smiling, but his life took a complicated turn after meeting Tiffany Li, a woman born into immense wealth through her family's real estate empire in China. At first, their romance seemed like a fairy tale, but money and jealousy slowly began to poison the relationship. Tiffany's controlling nature and fear of losing custody of their children soon pushed her into darker decisions that would set this story on its tragic course. When Keith's phone was found in Golden Gate Park, suspicion immediately turned to Tiffany and her circle. Detectives knew Keith would never abandon his children, and the chilling truth soon surfaced. Tiffany had enlisted her new boyfriend, Kavak Bayat, and her bodyguard, Olivier Adela, to make sure Keith would no longer be a problem. What started as custody disputes had spiraled into something far more sinister. Police pressed Olivier, the bodyguard, for answers. At first, he denied everything, but investigators kept pushing, and soon, cracks began to show. Finally, Olivier broke, revealing a murder plot that sounded more like a movie script than reality. He described how Keith was lured into a meeting, confronted, and ultimately killed. His body was later found in a remote area, sending shockwaves through the community. But the most chilling part wasn't just the killing itself, it was that this crime had been planned for months. What followed was not just a murder trial, but a battle between wealth and justice. Tiffany Li, with her family's fortune backing her defense, hired some of the most expensive lawyers in California. Prosecutors argued it was a clear-cut case of greed and jealousy, but Tiffany's defense team painted an entirely different picture, claiming she was being framed, and Olivier was the one truly responsible. After 3 years of evidence, testimony, and a witness with secrets of his own, the jury finally reached a decision. Tiffany Li was acquitted of murder, while Olivier Adela was given a reduced sentence in exchange for his cooperation. The verdict stunned the courtroom, leaving Keith's family devastated. To them, justice had been bought and sold. In the end, Keith Green was laid to rest without true justice, and his daughters were left with memories clouded by unanswered questions. For many, this case became proof that money and power can bend the system, leaving truth and fairness behind. Do you think justice was served here, or did wealth win the trial? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more cases like this, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next story.